Hey, I just want to welcome you guys to Still Going Strong. We are so excited. I'm so excited to be able to start this journey. This is my wife, Kaci. You guys didn't get to see her in her episode because I wasn't doing video then. But I want to say, man, I'm so thankful that you've decided for us to do this together for Still Going Strong podcast. So
I'm a little scared. I'm honestly, but it'll be okay.
It will be okay. I promise you. We will get through this like we've done for the last 20 years. We will get through this together.
There you go.
So you may be asking yourself, okay, well, what are we going to talk about? And the thing is that we're going to talk about a lot of things. We are going to run the gamut of marriage. We are going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. The reason why we're doing this podcast is because why are we doing this podcast, Kaci?
I think the biggest reason is because although I don't see it, I don't know if you see it, we have a lot of people that tell us that they like listening in on our conversations. They like kind of the banter that we have back and forth. And then whenever we get into really deep conversations and stuff like that, we've had a lot of people who tell us that they enjoy listening to us talk to each other.
Banter's a good word for it.
Sometimes, yes. But I just think that we've had so many, and it's just kind of something that whenever you started your podcast, and then with the people telling us that, it just kind of started weighing it on my heart. But as much as I don't want to do this could be something that God is calling us to do together.
Yeah, and I think the reason why I wanted to do it was because, like I said, we've been through 20 years of marriage. We've been through 20 years of Lisa being together.
We have been together for more than 20 years.
And then on June 24th, we'll have been through 20 years together of marriage. We got married when we were very young, and we started off as not as Christians. We started not doing the things that we should do.
Absolutely.
We've made a lot of mistakes along the way. I feel like we still make mistakes.
Oh yeah, everybody does.
But we've battled the single, the no parent marriage life. We've battled the parent marriage life. We've battled the BC life. We've battled the Christian marriage life. We've ran through the gambit.
Yeah.
And so when I think about it, it's like, okay, and when God calls us and says that, hey, just like in our testimony, we've got to share it with people.
Absolutely.
This is something I feel like we need to share too. We need to share the good and the bad, the ugly. We need to open up and who knows who's going to benefit from this. So, I that's why I really wanted to take this journey with you.
Well, and I feel like we both shared our testimony. Obviously, you more than me. I've shared my testimony a couple of times, but you've shared your testimony several times. And so it's more of just an opportunity, whether it's all at once or whether it's little bits and pieces. It's an opportunity for us to share our testimony of our marriage because we have gone through a lot. I mean, we've been through prison, we've been through cancer diagnosis, we've been through other health concerns, we've been through issues with the child. I mean, there's so many things that we've been through that everybody can relate to something, even if they can't relate to all of it.
Yeah, or I mean, like I said, even if it's somebody that's maybe even contemplating marriage, the fact of the matter is that it's not sunshine and rainbows.
No, it's not. It's
also
hard work.
And it's not we get married and then I sit back and play Xbox while you clean the house and
No. No.
As much as I'd like to sometimes, that's not it. It's it's teamwork.
Absolutely.
It's teamwork. That's because we think about the first marriage. We think about Adam and Eve, and the reason why God gave Adam a helpmate is because, surprise, surprise, guys, we can't do this by ourselves.
No.
and the thing is that God didn't design us to be alone. So this whole, and I think about all the things we're gonna have a lot to talk about, Kaci. I mean, even just talk about the fact that people don't even see the value in marriage anymore.
True.
And nobody sees. I mean, truly, what the marriage life really looks like. A lot of people go to broken homes. We live in a day and age where this doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Majority of our daughter's friends and people her age, I mean, it's not normal for their parent. I mean, they might even have a 2-parent household, but it's not normal for the 2 parents to have a child or multiple children together and to stay together.
Yep.
And I mean, I get that there's a lot of things that happen, and, there are some circumstances where divorce, it's inevitable. But it's still, there are so many times where it's not. And there's so many times that I just wish people would fight a little harder for their
I was gonna
marriage.
say, I feel like people don't even try anymore. I
Yeah.
feel like people just get to the point where it's like, okay, well, I'm mad at you because you didn't buy my favorite glass or my favorite milk, and so we got to get a divorce over that, and that's just crazy. I don't
Or
know.
I'm not in love with you anymore,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that is the
That one,
yeah,
yeah.
again, that's something I feel like we're gonna
We've
get into.
we've grown apart, and yeah.
Yeah, that's all of that's crazy stuff. Because I mean, when we got together, even though we didn't know God, even though that we didn't know Jesus, we knew this marriage thing was supposed to be forever.
Absolutely.
And just, I mean, if I could look back and say that a BC us got something right, that was the
It's like
fact
the
that
one thing we got right.
one of the one things that we got right was the
Yeah.
fact that divorce isn't an option.
Yeah.
And I know that we've gotten mad enough to say that or even bring that to the table, which has been that part of BCS wasn't very good. But the fact of the matter is, BCS knew that that was not an option. And at the most, I wish that people nowadays at least got to that point. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we have what they call old souls. I don't believe in old souls because every soul, whenever they're born, it's a new soul. So, but I feel like we are carrying on. I think God instilled in us something that used to be a thing
Mhm.
and still needs to be a thing. And I don't know, maybe he did that for such a time as this. The fact that he knew that all the junk we would go through, all the heck that I would put you through, that we'd be sitting here ready to say, okay, we're going to pour out this junk.
Mhm.
We're going to pour out our lives in the hopes that somebody else doesn't make those mistakes.
Yeah. Or at least we'll work through those mistakes together. Because, I mean, I would love to think that hopefully people wouldn't have to go through the junk that we've gone through, but inevitably we're all flawed people. So we all make mistakes and we all do junk. So just have that fight for your marriage that even when you go through the junk, you do it together.
Yep. And I think that's why still going strong. I don't know. That's just really stuck to me as a powerful statement. And the fact of the matter is that we need to look sometimes at our marriage as two ways, as a positive. We got to be positive and say, look, our marriage is still going strong. And then that's why the question mark is in parentheses. Are we still going strong? Do
Yeah.
we need to look at things? I think about, Monday night when we went to a marriage, they're doing a marriage thing at Life Point.
Mhm.
And and I told you walking out of there, I like the reminders because it reminds me that sometimes it's very easy to just get complacent
Absolutely.
and
To just coast.
just coast.
Mhm.
And the fact of the matter is God doesn't call us to coast into
No.
anything.
No.
God calls us to be productive in everything and to keep moving forward. So I'm again so excited to be taking this journey with you. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to our conversations. And who knows, maybe in the future we'll have another couple on that we could walk through this with,
Yeah.
that we could just talk about things and I don't know. I don't know what this looks like, but
Well, and I think we are lucky in that to think that we actually have opportunities that we could maybe do that because we do know several couples that have been together for a significant amount of time that we could potentially take that. And I think that that's also something that we're lucky in of whether they're ones that have been together less time or longer than us, that we do have other couples around us that have fought the good fight too.
yeah, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. So I again, I just can't wait to get through this, go on this journey with you. 12 episodes, and again, I mean, we're still working out what we're going to talk about, but I think there's plenty of opportunities of places where we can speak into people's lives and hopefully give some people hope, because that's what I Am Matthew Ministries is all about.
Absolutely.
You look at each of these podcasts at the table. Each of these is about pouring into somebody, pouring into something. And so whenever I thought about expanding, our podcast base, I just knew we had to do a marriage podcast. And like you said, with people asking to listen to our banter, and sometimes I don't know what that means, but uh, I know that this was something that I felt that we can give a good, strong, unique point on, because you think about it too, like this. When you look at a lot of marriage podcasts, you're looking at pastor and pastors' wives. You're looking at a lot of people that are very just, limelight kind of people that I don't know. I feel like maybe they have to hold back a little bit, just so that, it doesn't get too controversial. But
Yeah.
you know what? We're able to have a no holds bar on what our marriage looks like.
Yeah.
So I look forward to this being rough and gritty, and you may need a tissue. I may need a tissue, because I do cry. It's okay. I'm a man and I cry, and it's all right. Man, it's okay to show your wife a little emotion. You can't just be angry all the time. You got to show repentance. Because we're in this together, and we complete each other. Like I
Mhm.
said, going back to an Adam and Eve, and the fact that God knew that he couldn't do it on his own, and so he made a helpmate. He made a helpmate that came from a part of him, and I feel like everybody's got a rib out in this world. Every man has a rib out in this world that completes them, that God has designed to complete that man. And sometimes, we live in a day and age where it's all confused, and we think that ribs and ribs go together, and man go together, and it just doesn't work that way. Or a man's a rib and a rib's a man. I I don't get it, but hopefully maybe we can cut through some of that noise, and just really bring to this table what a marriage is. So
Well, and I mean, I know we kind of talked about it earlier a little bit, but how important marriage is to God. And, obviously, the church is the bride of Christ. So, and our marriages in general, not just specifically ours, but everybody's marriage can be is an example of God's love to the world. So, why shouldn't we protect it? Why shouldn't we make sure to put it out there and show the importance of it?
yeah, I agree, and that brought up a strong point, because the fact of the matter is, I just sat there and talked about how marriage is getting so distorted and destroyed and stuff. And you're right. God designed marriage to be the reflection of Christ and His church. And so, of course, the Satan is going to say, you know what, best way to get rid of that, to get rid of all that nonsense, is to
Mhm.
just cut it out, and
Absolutely.
replace it with what I want to bring. So
Yeah, if Satan can destroy the family, he can destroy everything.
yeah, yeah, he if
Yeah,
yeah it if he can separate what God has put together, I think he likes destroying God's creation.
absolutely. Absolutely, he does.
And so, and if God, because it says what God puts together, let no man separate. And I think the devil just loves stepping in there and doing his best to separate. Um, I think he's been trying to destroy this world ever since he fell. So,
Mhm.
but I'm so looking forward to this. I'm looking forward for us journeying together. And as far as length, who knows? This may be how long we talk. It may be longer. It may be shorter. We're going to let God lead. We're going to
Absolutely.
let God lead in all that He says and all that He does. And so I hope you come back. We look forward to ministering to you. So, until next week, have a great week, and God bless, guys.